One thing to note again is how much Thunder loves Zeppelins. And as you guys know, every single Warcraft game on every map starts at day, but very quickly comes the night. And after the night, there's the sunrise, which is when Zeppelins become available. So Thunder very often will rely on that. He'll try and time it perfectly so that he's clearing the lab as daylight is about to come around. Buy that Zeppelin and then start harassing peasants quite a bit. Of course, he doesn't always do this, but it's just one of the main things that he likes to do and that he's gotten very good at, with very strong understanding of when to do it and when not to. I've even seen a crazy game before, I think you probably were casting it too, where he went mountain king and he just kept dropping and clapping peasants against his opponent. But Northern Isle, not the best map to do this.
True, but ThundeR has done similar stuff before. He's a big fan of creep routes apparently recently, and his creep routes are by now one of the best to go for early harassers. Both are going for the Tuskar here, that's no surprise, but it wouldn't surprise me too much if ThundeR is cleaning the lab right away. A for a quick level 3, the Hawk creep route it is, and then for the Zeppelin that we mentioned a couple of times. Chaemiko, what's his playstyle at the moment? Is he just more of a standard human player, or is he still going for his fancy tier 3? He's still going for his fancy surrounds.
Yeah, and he's really good at it. Gets the footman here off ThundeR, who was trying to get a little overeager with attacking those peasants. Chaemiko is going 3 farms, whereas ThundeR is going for 4. So I think there might be an expansion in the works here for ThundeR, which is going to give him level 3 if he goes for that all the way. Is Chaemiko able to realize? Yeah, he's going to scout the 4 farms. I think Chaemiko would be happy to just play a standard game. You know, like 1 base versus 1 base, breaker versus breaker, expansion or not, whenever. But ThundeR will be the one playing outside of the box here, doing special stuff. You know, maybe expanding, doing attacks with Zeppelin, going for walkers, harassing a lot. He loves harassing.
Exactly. This is not something I would expect too much, especially in expansion. Maybe his thought is, okay, straight up, you're probably gonna beat me, so I will just confuse you to the max. He is going north, trying to disrupt creeping off Chaemiko. Has some good items here. Watcher Ward's amazing on Northern Isle's mantle as well. And with this creep route here, or with this creep in the bottom, he's gonna be level 3. And this is exactly what makes ThundeR so strong in recent weeks.
Yeah, ThundeR actually didn't go for the expansion, so he just had the extra farm to go for more footmen earlier. This Archmage at the top guessed perfectly where Chaemiko was creeping. He's gonna kill a lot of peasants here. Chaemiko had already taken a ton of damage as well when he crept the initial Tusker camp. And Archmage gets the item, a little bit of extra damage. He's got Cloth plus Mantle now. On the other side, no additional damage for Chaemiko's Archmage.
Yeah, having +8 is amazing. Archmage blocked by the footies here to keep the herd footies safe. Let's see for how long, because Chaemiko was going for an early boots.
Yeah, look at the sentry was in center, observing each other.
Well, one of them is going to be dewarded, or not. Okay.
Not yet.
What elemental in the base of Chaemiko?
ThundeR dropped to a sentry ward in the main base of Chaemiko. He sees all those injured peasants, like a $sign just lit up in his eyes.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. He doesn't have most mana anymore, and the water elemental is outside the base, so Chaemiko is doing a good job in keeping his herd unit safe. Might get a footman here though, if he's focusing this correctly, and yeah, Claws and Mantle are helping out big time, but there's an opening to ThundeR's base, and Chaemiko is storming in there as well. Can't get the kill eventually. So who's this trade better for?
It depends. Can ThundeR kill a few more peasants? Right now, there's still enough for Chaemiko to have decent lumber economy. That lumber mill was sick, by the way. If he didn't make that, he would have lost way more. I'm surprised that ThundeR is not committing. I really thought like he would send the footman in and kill like a lot of the injured peasants. But he chose to play a little more conservative. And look at this. He even started a second scout tower at home. It got interrupted, so he's not getting it for now. And look, the knights... There's not that long left on the night time here.
True.
Do we head to one of those labs?
Let's go. Drop the base. Speaking of bases, the one of ThundeR is curious to me. He built the shop in the bottom left, so no space for the second Arcane Sanctum.
Yeah, in Human Mirror, like, It's not like units do a ton of damage to Sanctums. So as long as you can get it up, which in this case is being prevented here. Wait, did ThundeR? He just attacked his own Sentry World by accident.
Yeah, but he killed the shop and the upcoming Sanctum, so it's actually kind of good for him. He's denying high levels. Mountain King on both sides, so no Blood Law. And priests are coming.
Yeah, the timing on Mountain King is identical. That Sentry Ward helped ThundeR so much. He saw the movements and the move out from Chaemiko, and he goes right back in there. Chaemiko's probably thinking, are you kidding me right now? Like, how is this guy always showing up at the perfect time at the perfect place? Well, Sentry Wards, that's how.
Exactly. That is how ThundeR plays in 2021, and nobody really figured him out too much. I think Focus was doing a good job.
Ooh. There is some hero kill potential for ThundeR because he's already damaged the Archmage a lot. And while there is a greater healing, the Mountain King of ThundeR will show up with a lot of Stormbolts. So I wonder if he tries to commit to killing one of the heroes, because remember, he got the Arcane Vault cancelled multiple times. Yeah. So there would not be any help from that.
Mountain King moves back, maybe wants to creep up a little. More footmen, even in this stage of the game. More farms as well, he's a little stuck. Maybe ThundeR was a little overwhelmed, but wait, there's a 10 supply lead now. And Chaemiko still doesn't have the second Sanctum up.
You see his army movements? He saw that the Water Elemental died just here, so he's like, oh, it's so obvious he's gonna go creep the Expo immediately after. Great and super smart movements. Now if you can fight the opponent while he's fighting the creeps as he just started the camp, this is just the perfect scenario.
And he has so
goes
much
for
mana.
a footman.
So much mana as well. This is the last bit of mana for the MK of ThundeR, so this big ogre should definitely go to ThundeR. Oh, Chaemiko got it. He wanted to prevent this one, wants to do a cheeky surround, but in the end, Mountain King goes home with the experience. Item, I think, is ring +4. Yeah, a little unthankful. Yeah. ThundeR got that.
ThundeR is just getting priests and breakers. And I wonder if anybody expands. I expected ThundeR by now to have already done one of the labs. But instead he goes to the center. So playing a lot more standard here than perhaps I sometimes give him credit for.
Yeah, I don't know if this kind of aggression is more standard, but the unit composition certainly is. The hero picks as well. Gets the regen cancelled here. Another Stormbolt, but denied by ThundeR.
He's going to breakers after triple priest. That seems really early. But because they're fighting so much, I guess it makes sense. You know, if you overmake priest and the opponent goes into breakers earlier, then he'll be the one targeting your priest and you'll be losing them. One of the wins, as long as there is enough Dispel, usually not that impactful, but as we've seen many times in the past, Dispel not always the most reliable spell out there. He's sending Militia.
Quote a certain someone on that, yeah, that's for sure. And of course it drains a little mana in a hectic situation. This might help you. This Overseer just derped out of that surround, I think. Priest goes down on both sides. That classic human mirror right here. Stormbolt snipes, and here it is. One of the win. No Dispel. And he's getting a double surround against the king of surrounds in Asia. But everything is surrounded here.
Yeah, this Mountain King of Chaemiko just can never die. He has Invuln, Greater Healing, and Cloak of Shadows. Like, good luck killing that guy.
Well, he's still trying. Wait, Stormbolt! He's dead!
Oh my... He didn't use Cloak of Shadows.
What is dead can never die, huh? And now ThundeR with a wonderful position.
Classic caster curse.
Absolutely the worst. So with that situation now, is it time to push even further, or do you want to creep up to get the sweet high levels?
I think creep Mountain King level 3 and then try to fight again maybe, because if you have Mountain King level 3 against the opponent's level 2, you're gonna have such an advantage in the fight. And now, not only did he win that fight and now he's gonna get closer to Mountain King level 3, he also is the one that's gonna shop for that healing scroll. And I was gonna say Invuln, but actually no, that was already bought. I wonder if he keeps one of his heroes around, because there's still 24 more seconds until the next one's available.
There's not too much to do in the middle. Mountain King level 1 only was very, very close to 2. So Chaemiko a little lucky. He's very close to 2 level ups. 4-2 could get it here. But yeah, ThundeR looking so good. Another Stormbolt is another kill.
Very dangerous of Chaemiko to try and do this. If Thunder steals this, it's a complete disaster. Mountain King getting close to 3 as well. He's going for the steal, and he gets the experience. Mountain King level 3 against Mountain King level 1 now for Thunder.
ThundeR is playing this really, really well from the advantage on. Oh my. How do you even salvage this? It's a 2-level difference on the MK. At least Pendant of Energy, I guess.
Yeah, ThundeR has barely been losing anything here. So he's actually doing really well supply-wise and economy-wise. Like, he's starting to build up a bank behind this. Looks like he's going to go for an expo. And Chaemiko, what does he even creep? I guess he has to maybe go down to the bottom right and try and do the red camp. That's about it.
It really is an issue. ThundeR is kind of checking for that. Next Ogre Magi goes down, gets this Archmage closer to 5. This MK is so tanky. 1150 HP, 7 armor. I guess this guy will never die. Yeah, Chaemiko, last resort, going to the bottom right.
Yeah, Mountain King 3 against Mountain King 2, like, it's so hard to win if you have the Mountain King level 2. And he's so far away from level 3 himself. Sees the Mountain King come in. Bloodlust is kind of bouncing back and forth between both players right now. The Mountain King of ThundeR has no invuln. He goes for the Stormbolt. The Magnator is helping out somehow right now. Cloak of Shadow is finally used.
That was close.
And he will live for now.
No mana anymore. Yeah, the Magnator clearly at the side of Chaemiko, even though his friends were attacked by him earlier.
Yeah, with expansion coming up off the back of this, ThundeR is so far ahead now. He already has +2 attack breakers, which Chaemiko is about to equal, actually. So he's already queued that himself, at least. Oh my god, the seal blocked him. I thought he was gonna die.
Stormbolt to prevent the other Stormbolt. Now a Zeppelin. We talked about how much in love he is with the Zap. The Magnetor Reaver still available. MK's gotta be careful. Both of them, actually. But yeah, what do you do against the Zeppelin now?
It's tough. You kind of need to target it with Water Elemental and Archmage, but right now Chaemiko is getting chased back. And ThundeR, knowing that he has Expo finished, actually his peasants for some reason are running home. Guess he maybe ran out of resources for a sec.
He's on strike.
Yeah, with expansion finishing, he's gonna have the most insane economic lead.
And an XP lead as well, as the Magnetor in the end goes to ThundeR. Claws +12 on the already stacked Archmage. That's +20 then. So I guess only Hero Focus can help him somewhat, but with only level 1 Stormbolt and against the Zeppelin, how? Just how? ThundeR never getting over eager. It's again the 2-level difference. 4 against 2, 5 against 4. This is a wonderful game by ThundeR.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. This experience lead, Archmage 5 against Archmage 4. And every time that Militia comes in, ThundeR doesn't overextend. He just pulls back as he should, kind of waits out for the Militia to expire. Chaemiko finding some good kill, but even if he expands now in the bottom right, his Expo would just be so late in comparison. All ThundeR has to do is pull back, regroup, wait for an extra round of breakers, and he's just going to be incredibly ahead.
Yeah, usually 1 level difference makes the world in a human mirror, and here we have 3 levels down for Chaemiko. Catching up a tiny bit, scouting, and ThundeR just ridiculous with the scouting, ridiculous with the timings throughout the entire game. Burning a lot of mana, MK of him is safe, just waiting for the next Stormbolt, waiting for the next kill.
And some of these bashes have been pretty insane here. Bash level 2 really coming in handy. Peasants dying. And Chaemiko didn't opt to expand down there, so now expansion option is mostly gone because he's lost some important peasants. He's just about fighting, but he's fighting a 2-base human with just the 1 base that he's got. That Archmage with +20 is hitting like a truck.
Absolutely. A couple of priests getting sniped, circled on the ground. We'll pick it up eventually to make things even tankier here. Water Elemental is easy experience. 5.5. Oh my god. Chaemiko is fighting bravely, and with the little power he has, he's getting quite some kills. Catching up. But yeah, he's still down in economy. He's still down in levels. Needs a little miracle here.
Yeah, hero target usually is like the only option here to try and come back in this kind of game. But the Mountain King is so tanky. I guess he would have to be the Archmage if he has to kill something. Actually, the Archmage is almost running into the army of Chaemiko. Where are you going, ThundeR? Oh my god.
There's a Zeppelin. He gets double heal scroll. Which of course he can afford thanks to that expo. It's only an invo potion for Chaemiko. That's it.
That Zeppelin made him so overconfident. I think there was space for a Stumble to land and for him to take a lot of damage. Of course he would have escaped, but a bit surprised that Chaemiko didn't go for this at all. But yeah, the Zeppelin here is such a lifesaver in this situation. You can dodge Stormbolt, you can move your hero. It gives him like a great escape, basically, that's almost nothing else can provide it like this. And I think Chaemiko might be about to go all in here, swapping around peasants into the gold.
We're fighting
Actually,
without...
he's going for expand.
ThundeR is fighting without priests here. Where are they? It's only half his army, kinda.
And they're chilling by the expo.
Yeah,
Going for the defense.
they might be needed here. A lot of these breakers are hurt. They need their heal. But okay, we got heal scrolls for that, and now they arrive full mana. Chaemiko's trying to flank. We can see the water elemental ping pong, and that is now 3 water elementals on the side of Chaemiko. You can see how important this match is to him. He's facing elimination. This is his map choice. He kind of needs to win this, and he's not giving up without a big fight.
Yeah, ThundeR pulls back and he's going to re-engage here in this tight choke area. Maltaki getting closer and closer to 5 here for ThundeR, who's 2-1 in upgrades against 2-2, so Chaemiko finally got ahead on the upgrades on something in this game. Supply is actually not that far apart, but his Mountain King is completely out of mana, and it seems unavoidable that the Mountain King of ThundeR will get level 5 very soon, especially if he finally uses Dispel.
Oh yeah, 3 water elemental. That is juicy experience. For now we use control magic. ThundeR is pulling back again. He doesn't want to spend his mana on level 2. Waiting for the level 3 Stormbolt, which might be an issue. And now a little bit of a tower supported push here will certainly draw some attention.
They keep trading those water elementals. Chaemiko is completely all in. He has to win with this attack here or the game will be over. Maltaki almost gets surrounded. He still has Cloak of Shadows. He has Invuln. Gonna get Stormbolted and surrounded on the other sides with just a few breakers from ThundeR. That's very well done. And still has a healing scroll. Maltaki level 5 about to be reached.
This water elemental, that's it. And now level 3 Stormbolt. Crazy powerful, and there's plenty of them. 4 in a row. Just don't get surrounded, don't get over eager. Everything is still solo. There's the heal scroll. The value on this heal scroll is crazy good. And that is level 6 and level 5 versus 4 and 3. By this point, all the Stormbolts are an insta-gip.
And he actually goes Mass Deli here. This is the kind of game where it feels a little useless. You know, you could just go Water Elemental level 3 here. It might be better because you just have to win this fight. But I think he's just too far ahead that it's not even going to matter. Yeah. Chaemiko really low on the Mountain King. He's trying to go for the counter on the Mountain King of ThundeR. But there's still that Zeppelin flying around. Chaemiko forced to tap out. ThundeR wins game number 1.
In a convincing fashion. When I saw the shirt, I knew today is his day. And Chaemiko didn't look too hot in game number 1.
Yeah, it started off a little poorly right away. He crept the Tuskar camp, got his water elemental ensnared. Unfortunately, a mistake we see quite a bit of. He took so much damage on his peasants. He was getting threatened in the main very quickly. Also, his creep route was just slower than ThundeR, so ThundeR could be the one to pressure first. The boots on the AM perhaps not giving him as much value as he was hoping for. And ThundeR just with a solid game, playing it straight up. Down the middle, got 2 items in the middle there of the map, and yeah, solid performance.
I really like how aggressive he played, and he was shutting down Shop and Second Sanctum plenty of times. So this was Chaemiko's map. The ball is now in ThundeR's hands. Can he advance to the lower bracket final in his very first DreamHack? We take you into a little break, and then Amazonia is map number 2.
Our castle wall. Fast forward to the siren in the distance, getting closer by the minute. Will you stand and answer to the call?
1-0 for ThundeR, the rising star in the Asian scene, I might say. Chaemiko now facing elimination, just like Yange was before. Amazonia's next.
And that map might look very similar, right? We're gonna see a fast tier 2. We're gonna see some breakers. Sometimes we see a tier 2 expo, sometimes even on both sides, but certainly we are gonna... He looked good, and we didn't even see the Zeppelin there towards the end.
We had a Zeppelin in the race that saved a couple of units there for him. And we see Chaemiko just fixing his hair right before the game, and we kick things off now. Loading in to AZ. ThundeR looking really, really good. Chaemiko has room for improvement, that's for sure. So where does this go? Amazonia, I've seen wild games. I've seen Chaemiko kind of getting dismantled here by Mountain Kings, but I've seen him play Mountain Kings himself. Is it time for something special in game 2? That's the question. ThundeR versus Chaemiko, round 2. There we go. Upper right in the red is Chaemiko, name-wise the big favorite, but he's in quite a struggle as the underdog, the rising star. ThundeR in the bottom left is challenging him big time.
Is that red? Are you sure?
Dude, if you ask Grimo, it's like burgundy, lavender. Leave me alone. But for me, that's red.
It's chestnut.
It's whatever. Cinnober.
Dude, these fancy color names really crack me up. I remember a while back I went to buy a suitcase and they were like, oh yeah, this is champagne, this is like rosé. I was like, what? I didn't come to buy alcohol, I want a suitcase. Alright, let's see. ThundeR, honestly, that was pretty convincing. It wasn't even anything fancy. He just played like standard solids and really well executed. Sometimes there is a bit of a snowball effect when he starts getting ahead. Obviously, he also got really good items, which in Mirror are very important. But yeah, on this map, it always opens in the most standard way with lab and then small green crept, unless one of them wants to try and creep the expansion first, which is still kind of rare because if you get scouted, and we see that both of them scout right now, I think ends up being pretty bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that either, but it looks like we get 2 lab creeps here. Lightning shield on one side and no lightning shield on... Okay, there it is. We've seen it yesterday that one player is not going for the shield, but there was Johnny Cage denying one of these creeps. I wonder, a big strength of ThundeR is obviously the fast level 3 and then pushing, and that worked kind of well on Northern Isles already when he got the creep jack at the green camp right next to the base of Chaemiko and stole the claw, etc, etc. Is that possible here? Not really, right?
Yeah, I think creep jacks start coming into play like way later, like down the line. I mean, the Sentry Wars last game were huge actually in helping ThundeR gain control early on. Remember, like the one set up around the main base got multiple cancels on the Sanctum. This really starts adding up very easily. But the thing is, Chaemiko also had the Sentry Wards, but maybe he placed them a little bit too ambitiously so that they didn't end up helping as much. Items really favoring ThundeR right now. Mantle and Circlets against Gauntlet and Ring of Protection +3. I got a special name for this, but I don't think I can say it on this broadcast.
Yo, save it for your own. But yeah, this is typical ThundeR, I guess, trying to disrupt level 3 by Chaemiko as well, being aggressive early on. Just don't let your opponent feel comfortable.
Well, if I find these items and the opponent finds Ring and Gauntlet, I also want to be aggressive because this +5 damage might not seem like much, but it does so much for you here in those little fights. But on this map, it's very common to fight a lot footies against footies. And then you just save everything in the reds, then you start a Arcane Vault and you heal everything. But in this case, there was a great surround by Chaemiko, able to secure an important kill here on one of these footies.
Yeah, even in these early situations with like unit numbers pretty low, Chaemiko always seems to find a surround. It's super impressive. Good thing about having damage early is, of course, you always have that damage and you can choose the targets, as he does for the Taskmaster now. We need that one.
Another footman about to fall here. Oh, the Kobold, the Taskmaster, is going to do so much damage here on whatever gets hit by him, which is usually the closest unit. Right now, ThundeR is trying to secure the big one. He gets it so close to level 3 now.
And that's another problem for Chaemiko. He's facing a level 3 Archmage. It's the same situation that it was on Northern Isles. It's just the experience lead for ThundeR very early on.
And he got another circlet for it too, so... Don't tell me he buys one more. He gets boots. Yeah, Chaemiko has to crave this camp here with just militia, but that's going to be Decepted ThundeR. Actually, wait, no, he didn't. I thought he was going for that. Having level 3 here, you really want to fight.
Yeah, there's an opening in the base. Arcane Tower is up, but he doesn't... Oh, does he check the Murloc camp? Juicy herd peasants. And it's still not level 3.
He's showing some good self-control here. I feel like many players wouldn't be able to help themselves if they saw or if they knew that there is low hit points peasants at the back. He's like, you know what? I'm doing pretty well with the items right now. Let's keep this streak going. I'm gonna go for a bit more creeping. Gets a Cloak of Shadow there.
Yeah, both are moving over to the trolls. That is finally level 3 with a big delay, of course. ThundeR with a double Sanctum Mountain King build. Chaemiko with the same. Very, very standard. He's not moving away from the norm too much anymore. Not desperately trying to go for tier 3 or, I don't know, playing Mountain Kings first.
Maybe for ThundeR it would have been better to prevent the level 3 from Chaemiko by being aggressive, maybe even stealing the camp that Chaemiko just did. It's going to be a deny. Still kind of annoying to lose a footman now, because whatever footman you can save, since you're going into priest, you're going to bring them back to full hit points very easily. But yeah, Mountain King on the other side, finally out. And what do we go and creep first here for ThundeR? Wait, he's going priest adept training before making even a single priest. That's kind of weird.
Yep. Is he supply block? No, not really. Huh. Curious why that is. He must have a good reason for that. He's taking up the Taskmaster. No chance for Chaemiko to interfere with that. Another circlet. This is looking like a Sonic Amazonia game.
Yeah, the items for ThundeR this game has just been so good. I mean, finally, now that Chaemiko can put... No, what? Oh my god. I never thought he was going to get that. That was like max range Stormbolt into perfect pathing surround. Mountain King's next. He needs to counter block on the left side. Ooh, very rare for Chaemiko to miss one of those, but very important for ThundeR to be able to escape this. Gets a footman.
And that's 3 Stormbolts, but only 1 kill. Was 2 surrounds, yeah, and a little bit of damage, but didn't trigger a TP, nor a potion or something. One was salvaged only with the cloak, the other one is just moving out. I don't know, the Stormbolts...
Swing and a miss.
Exactly.
Looks like ThundeR wants to expo now. He queued so many priests in his sanctum, so I don't know what's going on with that. So we're gonna get a lot of them, I guess. Maybe because he's ahead, so he's like, okay, I don't need to go into breakers that early. Sometimes you can see human players go up to 50 supply with only footmen and priests, and then they start making breakers after the expo's up.
Chaemiko now aggressive, but he's facing a level disadvantage again. Stormbolt, surround is not closed. Oh, ThundeR, you're stuck there with him, I guess. TP! Couldn't use it anymore. The first big mistake by ThundeR. A little too cheeky. He wants to go for the return kill, but 7-second invul is ready for Chaemiko. It's, of course, a lot of solo experience for this Archmage, but I guess Chaemiko salvages this now.
Yeah, the priests were not doing anything here for a while. Kind of weird. They're just standing back near the expo. And now ThundeR's going to be forced to evacuate. One more water elemental will go to Chaemiko. That was very important for Chaemiko to win this, because when you commit to aggression here against somebody that's trying to expand, you really need to win that fight. If you just even barely lose it and the opponent sets up the expo, it's pretty much over a lot of the time.
Now he gets the bottom right camp as well. It's one of the most important items on the map. He can catch up in experience on the Archmage. He can get ahead with the Mountain King. Super important moments for Chaemiko here. Blacksmith again, more priest, and is ThundeR just expanding despite losing that fight?
It might be long distance mining for now,
Ah.
because he's getting the blacksmith. So I think he wants to get some upgrades. Maybe he can long distance mine like once or twice, and then see by then how he feels about maybe expanding. But yeah, expanding now without the Mountain King, or with Mountain King only now about to come back out, would be pretty ambitious. As long as you're a fan of lumber, I think it's okay to long distance mine like this.
Belt of Giant Strength for both players in the corners, so no auras. That would help tremendously. So, Mountain King of Chaemiko close to level 3. Where's he going? There's not much left on this map to creep except red, which is a little impossible with only breakers.
They both found belts now, by the way. So that Mountain King, if belt is transferred, is going to look pretty scary. Archmage, kind of in enemy territory here with the Cloak of Shadows. Did Chaemiko not realize it was there? Because, oh my god, that Archmage would be so dead with one single revelation. Imagine being that Archmage.
Okay, reveals himself now. It's basically the turnaround of what happened earlier. Last hit, number 1. Oh, Rock Golem. No
he got the
way.
XP.
No way! And he gets the level 3 Mountain King ThundeR exploding with that last hit. That's so big. That's so big.
And he has a Zeppelin here ready to save whatever needs to be saved as well. And peasants are already there for Chaemiko, so it's not like he can send a lot of militia from the main base. He has about 4 lumber peasants right now. ThundeR comes in with his own militia.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, and he forces a town portal on top of this. Gets another footman probably, if he wants to invest some. Yeah, it doesn't even need that Stormbolt. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was brutal.
Yeah, both players finally queuing some upgrades. Mountain King still has Town Portal. Remember, he transferred that earlier, even though he didn't get to use it. So that's very nice to have that escape option here, in case things get too dicey. I don't know why ThundeR is attacking now. It clearly doesn't have quite enough. He might end up feeding XP here.
Forcing more militia time. Might get ahead in upgrades as well as he's sending his own militia back. 1-0 coming for both of the players.
And 1-1 was already queued fully here for Chaemiko.
Okay.
ThundeR's like, alright, how do I get more ahead? Creep the Golem. I'm surprised he hasn't transferred the belts to the Mountain King. Extra hit points, extra damage, extra HP regen, quite amazing.
Yeah, a little oversight, I guess. But if that's the one flaw or the one of the few flaws, then that's fine, I guess. 50 supply for Chaemiko.
It's pretty funny, actually. One Archmage has 575 hit points. The other one has 875.
Medallion of Courage. That's even more strength and intelligence for this Mountain King. Oh! Oh no, the Rock Golem! The one who lives! On the other side, we got
Rock Golem
Helm
is
of
like,
Valor.
I win. Get out of here.
I don't know, man. If you're down to 5 HP, do you feel like a winner?
As long as you live.
Yeah, but...
Chaemiko doing a bit of scouting in top left with one footman. He has no town portal here. So if he gets caught, and he will, not really any escape. He's just gonna take the fight. Militia should be coming in immediately behind. But he was already on the way for ThundeR. He's so good with those timing on the militia.
Oh my, Chaemiko. He was doing so well in the regional finals. Top 4 finish there, and now eliminated first stage round of 16. That would be a disaster, but looks like it. Zeppelin is ready. Mana looking hot. Levels are looking amazing. Stumble on this Archmage. This might just be the end for Chaemiko here.
Yeah, ThundeR needs to be careful with his Mountain King here. That's a pretty tanky Mountain King. 1300 hit points.
Yeah.
Zeppelin with the save. Archmage actually taking a lot of damage right now. He's the one carrying the town portal. As long as you kill a lot, town portaling is not too bad if it has to happen as well. As long as it saves your hero.
Another Stormbolt on that MK. Feels like ThundeR wants a hero kill and wants to end this game. Thanks to the breakers. Oh, Bash! Wait a minute. He's playing with fire! Oh. ThundeR! My lord.
Oof. That felt unnecessary, but he saved 2 more breakers as well that are low on hit points. Just gonna TP out of there. That regen scroll value now is gonna be absurd. on that many low units.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Looking at the upgrades, 1-1 for ThundeR, 1-1 for Chaemiko, but he's producing the 2-1. Feeling a little more confident after this fight. I think ThundeR played a little too cheeky here, a little too much for the gallery. But he's super broke at 60 supply.
Oh, this Mountain King, I cannot believe what a beast this is. 1300 hit points. And he's gonna be back to full hit points. I mean, the other one also 1300 hit points. With a bit extra agility here from the Helm of Valor.
But ThundeR's is
What's
smarter.
the plan? Because Chaemiko already has 60 supply, I think he kind of has to move out and play aggressive.
That's his one advantage, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I see that. Experience clearly goes to ThundeR. Upgrades in units. That's what Chaemiko has right now.
ThundeR shouldn't attack yet. That might be a big mistake. Because he hasn't broken upkeep yet against somebody who's on 60 supply. But maybe he's just that far ahead experience-wise that it doesn't matter. But still, it might be the worst choice regardless.
We got control magic on the way. We got a Zeppelin on Chaemiko, finally. Is there a town portal again? Yes, there is.
It's 7 breakers against 9. He's actually going to pull back to his side of the map. But he sees the golem. He's like, oh, I forgot about you.
Whoopsie.
And now Militia should be coming in for ThundeR. And I think he might be looking to try and take this fight. Mountain King already really low. There is a town portal he can transfer, but full inventory.
He also has a potion. There's an invul. Ooh, Chaemiko's blocking himself a little prior to level 4. Lots of attention on this Mountain King. I'm not sure if that's necessary. Heal scroll must be popped to save these breakers. I feel like ThundeR is playing way too aggressive.
Yeah, he's behind in supply still. Not sending Militia in either. A little bit surprising considering there's so many peasants on the other side. They don't do the most damage, but it's still a little bit of damage, and they block the opponent's units off quite nicely a lot of the time here.
Oh man, ThundeR has 1,200 gold, needs a heal scroll, gets it. This is again so much value. Sold the invul potion and buys the invul potion to steal it away for Chaemiko, I guess.
He's
But
finally
he's
broken upkeep. That
still
took way
has
too
one.
long. Even the situation, I think that took way too long. He should have done that way earlier. Regen scroll value again, gonna be amazing.
Oh, Regen scroll desperately needed now. Trying to kill the shop, and that's the end for the breaker tech tree. New peasants arriving. Chaemiko, not bad, clawing back into this game.
Chaemiko forgot his Zeppelin. Okay, finally remembered it's in the left-hand side. But yeah, Brilliance level 3 doing work here. For ThundeR for sure. All these priests, the Mountain King always have so much more mana than the opponents. And that makes a big difference in the Water Elemental War and Mountain King battles as well.
ThundeR's gonna end up on 2-2 in just a second. Control magic now as well. Mountain King mana look pretty good, but there's clearly a water elemental advantage for ThundeR. He might feed experience with that, but at the moment it's just water elemental ping pong. Hero focus, Stormbolt Archmage, not an attempted surround. We got Militia for ThundeR and only peasants for Chaemiko, who have a lot of gold on their back.
Look at all these peasants carrying gold. Put the money bags down! When there's Militia here, you always want to run, but as long as it expires, you can probably turn around and fight if you feel like you have an equal army or superior, which is not really the case. I mean, it is 59 supply to 57, but it doesn't feel like the army of Chaemiko is way bigger or anything, so he's just going to disengage fully for now. He's very close to Archmage 5 himself.
ThundeR on the other side is getting dangerously close to Mountain King 5 and somewhat to Archmage 6. And Chaemiko lost the big supply lead he had with all the peasants dying here. He's probably still has the better army, but yeah, a lot of workers down. On the other side, no breaker reinforcements for ThundeR at this point because he never rebuilt the shop.
Yeah, he's doing it now. But he has 4 on gold. Is this a joke?
No, not again. What's up with
2-1
these?
upgrades. for Chaemiko, by the way, against 2-2. Oh no, he equaled that just now. Okay, so it's 2-2 against 2-2. Equal upgrades. Somewhat equal supplies, 60 to 59. But level ahead right now for ThundeR, looking to try and win this big fight and secure the series victory. Mountain gets level 5. We haven't seen any big dodge from the Zeppelin against the Stormbolt, but it's so hard to do.
I saw one in the last retreat that was on the priest, but yeah. Chaemiko needs to micro his little heart out to face these heroes. Both down 1. But the peasants are going to work. He ties up levels with the Archmage. Nice invo potion right there. ThundeR is only down at 50. Getting more income now, of course. More priests are falling as well, but... Uh-oh, Bash! There's nothing on this Archmage! Invo potion transferred. Last second, the fireball of the Archmage arrives, but... Last second, there's another surround. Chaemiko is about to lose a hero here. There's so many more Stormbolts. How can he get out?
You can Stormbolt the Archmage if he just runs in because he has boots. Mountain being targeted with everything. A lot of units of ThundeR are gone actually here. It's behind in supply still, but this Mountain still has so many Stormbolts that Medallion of Courage gives him a gigantic mana pool. Zeppelin going for some saves here. Chaemiko trying to stay alive in this tournament and in this game. Zeppelin gets sniped. Both heroes are stuck in this corner. Archmage will be going down. There is no escape. No new Zeppelin coming in. Mountain gets level 5. He might have one Stormbolt here before he gets Stormbolted himself, but there is an invuln on the Mountain King of ThundeR.
Ooh, if there's a Bash, he's probably dead, but no. Returns the favor with the Stormbolt. Archmage is getting threatened here. Is this invo lasting long enough? It's a lot about Bash right now. Oh, the Stormbolt! It's a... No!
Oh!
13 HP! And the Mountain King stays alive for Chaemiko as well. Don't you ever tell me again that Ring of Protection is a bad item. That saved Chaemiko's life right here.
Yeah, at this stage, this is the one matchup where it comes in handy for sure. And actually, it's funny because the Helm of Valor, I kept on thinking during that fight about how it was so much better for ThundeR to have found a Medallion of Courage because he had so much mana extra.
Yeah.
But the Helm of Valor actually gives extra armor for the Mountain King. And I think that really helped out. He has 5 plus 4.5 armor. So he was ultra tanky. There was always a priest healing that guy, keeping him alive. Now, after town portaling back home, ThundeR sold all of the big items that he had, or a lot of them, for gold, for just going for a bigger army. But he's still way behind in supply, despite that. And now he put 6 on gold. Come on, just get it right, man.
He wants to catch up. Nobody's mining anymore. Gold mine expires.
Oh my god, he's town portaling with militia.
What?
He's trying to get the altar. He mass dailies with all the militia that he had in the main base.
What the hell? Chaemiko with a new Zeppelin evacuates this super quick. Can this MK survive? Lots of Zeppelin action. Archmage will probably be back, but he wasn't benefiting from Brilliance Aura all this time. So mana is super low, while mana for ThundeR is amazing, except for this Mountain King here.
Yeah, the Mountain King of Chaemiko is not attacking. I guess he was safe for a second thanks to being all the way back. Militia doing so much damage from both sides.
ThundeR is down to 38, but his heroes might carry this fight. He's hugging the altar. He's saving that altar. He's getting that Archmage back. Was that the proper choice? Lots of peasants will be slaughtered here now.
I cannot believe Chaemiko might win this somehow. With a great big fight in the bottom right now, defending on his side of the map. Everything's running low for ThundeR already. You don't need to do anything fancy here either. Just try and kill the units. You don't need hero focus if you're Chaemiko. Just get rid of those water elementals. Kill all the breakers. ThundeR running out of army.
MK.
The Mountain King's gonna go down.
And that is Chaemiko surviving. What the hell just happened? Whew, that was not a game he should have won, in my opinion. He probably knows ThundeR with a crazy all-in. And that's a series tied up.
Yeah, ThundeR way overextending there in that fight in the bottom right, going for the heroes way too much. He had an level 5 MK advantage. He could have just taken that fight straight up, sniped one priest after the next, but he got a little greedy for hero kill. And he, way overextended. I guess if he gets the MK, which survived on 10 HP, maybe he wins that game, but not gonna happen. Chaemiko keeps this series even.
freaky back and forth between the two. I can't wait for the deciding game 3, but I have to. 3 minutes and we're back with a decision.
Once upon a time, we had it all, sitting safe behind our castle wall. Fast forward to the siren in the distance, getting closer by the minute. Will you stand and answer to the call? Burn like a fire, willful and wild. This is the night that you were made for. Don't close your eyes, safer to stare into the sun than to turn away from what you could become. This was once a perfect symphony, soft and steady like a heartbeat. But these notes turn dissonant and sour, getting violently devoured. So will you stand or let the curtain fall? Burn like a fire, willful and wild. This is the night that you were made for. Don't close your eyes, safer to stare into the sun than to turn away from what you could become. The time has come to stand and fight for what you believe, for what you believe. The dark will fall and we will rise. Like a fire, willful and wild. This is the night you were made for. Burn like a fire. This is the night that you were made for. Don't close your eyes, safer to stare into the sun than to turn away from what you could be. The time has come to stand and fight, deconstruct, reignite. Safer to stare into the sun than to turn away from what you could become.
Pog. Yeah, that town portal was certainly a pog, but also quite a bit of a suicide attempt right there. Good for us, I think. So we get one more. We go full distance.
Gonna go for last refuge for our last map. Makes sense with the name. Third decision here to be made is gonna be perhaps a very different game. We saw 2 maps where fast expanding isn't really very viable, but in LR, it certainly is.
Why would it be different? That Breaker Wars was amazing, man. Come on, let's go. More Breakers. I want Remo to really regret not casting the series.
Seriously though, we casted the Human Mirrors together, Todd, and Hawk vs Johnny Cage was pretty intense yesterday, and this one I enjoy immensely. Maybe it is because of the company I got in these mirror matches. We got Chaemiko here once again. Oh man, there's I think a lot more pressure on him than it is for ThundeR. For ThundeR, already an accomplishment qualifying. For Chaemiko, he has higher ambitions, that's for sure. But maybe he got the momentum now with that victory that he, if we're honest, shouldn't have gotten. But Thunder knows, okay, I did really, really well on map 1 and for the majority of map 2 as well. It was kind of my own fault that I threw this game. So if I play everything correctly once again, and then I'm not that ambitious and not so bloodthirsty, this will be my series. Is that the approach that we see, or will it be something very, very different? We'll see on Last Refuge. There we go. ThundeR in the yellow. Bottom left first DreamHack and immediately into the top 12? Or is it in the end Chaemiko who makes it one round further once again?
Yeah, Last Refuge plays very differently than to most maps because you have Mercenary Camp that's like fairly easy to access. Mount tanking first for Chaemiko when everything's on the line. He's facing elimination here. If this somehow doesn't work, it can be a pretty strong build, but it's also kind of really like hit or miss. That's pretty gutsy to go for this now.
Yeah. Big balls Chaemiko. So, is it still the clap build that we've seen from Infi and TH a while ago, when you use the Mountain King to dismantle the opponent's economy with just claps all the time?
Yeah, usually when you go for this, it's because you know that you're going to have access to mercenaries very easily, and you can just rush Mountain King level 3, like you would on Terranas as well, and get clap level 2, and start be aggressive, land some of those big claps. You kind of hope that the opponent won't scout you, which ThundeR has been really good at, but now that he has to pull a mercenary camp, the question is, what does he do with that first footman? Yes, he's sending it across the map, so he should be able to see what's happening, which is going to be very important against this, because, for example, in Archmage Mercenary Mirror, you get defend, but against Mountain King, you absolutely shouldn't get defense. It's pretty terrible. You don't want those units to clump up. So you skip that entirely, usually.
Yeah, there's also no water elementals, of course, so not the greatest value. Ruined Bracers against Stormbolt. That's pretty fantastic. Lionhorn of Stormwind on Chaemiko's side. More armor on everything. Always very appreciated. Does ThundeR know about the MK already?
He doesn't. He just checked the main base.
Oh.
He definitely needs to see it, ideally.
And
If you realize that it's there late, it's obviously not good. I don't think he's gonna Stormbolt the Archmage, especially if he checks the item, so...
Yeah.
Rune Bracers kind of feels useless here. Might even be a sell if he ever visits the shop. You can also keep it, like it's not like you need gold anyway on this map to buy mercenaries and then expo after that. But on the other side, Lionhorn, quite nice to have.
Yeah, that has a lot of value. Shadow Priest, of course, doing his best to heal up, and ThundeR countering this MK with an Arcane in his base and an early expo.
If he knew that he was Mountain King, I think he might even cancel the Scout Tower unless he thinks there's going to be some sort of clap. But then, if you're counter-attacking and the opponent commits to your main base with clap, you can just sometimes kill him or do a lot of damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's just safer, I guess, to get it. So now you should see the Mountain King. And he's going for the main base. That Arcane Tower for Chaemiko started a little late, actually. I think he's going to be in big trouble. Let's see if the new repair rate is good enough to save that tower. I don't think so.
The harass timings of ThundeR are impeccable.
Town is under siege.
Okay, level 3 MK. He is building a tower, but he sends everything else back, interestingly.
Oh,
the
he
farm...
messed up with the water.
Yeah, and he blocks with the farm, so he can't enter. That might just be enough. He still gets the kill. He still gets the footman in.
If that water went in, that tower would be dead. But now he's kind of trapped outside with the water elemental.
He's still getting 2 kills. Possibly 4. Call to arms used at the 3rd kill right here. Gets the water elemental for it, okay, but man, his economy is hit hard.
Yeah, Chaemiko hasn't picked a 2nd spell or 3rd spell here from his 2 additional levels. There is a chance he goes Stormbolt too. I still think he should probably go for Clap anyway. Oh, he goes for Bolt Bash. Okay, so now that Clap was nerfed, and also it's very situational, like he sees a lot of single units harassing him on both sides. He's like, okay, I need Stormbolt. But he's moving out of position again. Going to sneaking to the expansion. beautifully, and he's gonna kill all of those peasants and maybe even cancel the town hall here.
Are you kidding me? This is peasant number 7. This is peasant number 8. This is peasant number 9. This is way, way, way too expensive for Chaemiko. There's corpses everywhere, and he's almost level 4.
And that could be an easy cancel on that town hall as well if he just clicks on that next. In the meantime, expansion's going up for ThundeR. He's
Oh
so
my
far
God.
ahead now.
What a disaster. Town portal out immediately. Chaemiko just overwhelmed. And
Yeah,
this
I don't know what
explosion.
he's supposed to do. He can only counter-attack, but he has no mana. And he doesn't have a shop. Look at that main town hall of Chaemiko. He queued so many peasants, but it's incredibly behind now. He's praying that he gets a replenishment potion right now.
Oh, his prayers have not been answered. ThundeR playing it somewhat safe, getting a staff. Town portal too expensive. But okay, he's gonna get level 4 in a bit. And this is 2 base, 1 base. Chaemiko is on tier 1 forever. I wouldn't be too surprised if ThundeR's tech is even faster.
It's crazy to think that if Chaemiko had just made the Arcane Tower early, we're looking at a very different game and also scouted a little better. If the opponent gets to your main base, you don't have an Arcane Tower up, and then you find out about it when you're far away, you're already so far behind because it's always going to mean like that you take a lot of damage. That's exactly what happened here.
Replenishment potion now for ThundeR, even more mana. Boots of Speed on the Mountain King. And he got level 4. So experience-wise, it's kind of okay. He has to do the heavy lifting here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Mountain King first is a very snowball-oriented build where you need to get ahead and then you need to power up that guy to level 5 so you can even have like a chance against the many things that an opponent can do to counter that, aka going for a lot of casters and breakers, which means that you have Brilliance Aura level 2 and the opponent doesn't. So basically sorceresses can be really useful. He's gonna get a Zeppelin. This Archmage, finally, we kept talking about it. Zeppelin Shredder ready to be dropped in the main base.
Oh boy. He even has a staff to get out. This is usually what you want to do with an MK with Clap, but that's not even an option, as it's just Stormbolt and Bash.
Under attack.
ThundeR can... Yeah, this tech is faster. Half attack as Chaemiko feels like he has to go for a counter expansion, but that's one of the latest techs in Human Mirror I've ever seen.
Well, there's a lot of peasants that died. He's very far from done. I can tell you that much.
There's so much mana. There's another kill. It's an absolute slaughter.
If you're Chaemiko right now, you're thinking, why the heck did I go for this Mountain King first?
Why the heck did I get out of bed this morning?
For WarCraft. That's why.
Oh, Shredder! Oh my god, last second save.
Okay, this is dangerous. There's a lot of anti-air here. Can he get a bash? Oh, that was one hit. One hit. But he doesn't get it. If he got the bash here, that could have been scary, but I think the Zep still probably could pick up the Archmage and escape. But when there's 2 Troll Priests and 2 Berserker, it's always scary. You don't want to lose that guy over the trees, for sure.
ThundeR going for Eminem, Muddy, and the Mauler. That one might be a juicy pickup. Yep. It's all mercs for Chaemiko.
But ThundeR is still killing peasants in the expo. The Mauler will finally go down. Chaemiko needs an Arcane Vault really bad. So he needs to start playing Clarities. He's still stuck on tier 1 with no lumber. Whereas ThundeR right now could start tier 3 if he wanted. But he goes Mountain King second himself, actually.
For Chaemiko, it's such a blessing that this mercenary camp is approachable. Otherwise, he would be dead forever.
I'm really surprised he hasn't started an Arcane Vault here. At the expo or something. Clarities is really what can maybe somehow make him salvage this position and ignite a comeback. Double Sanctum on the other side. The Panda second is very interesting. Yeah, he was going to go Mountain King, then he was like, okay, maybe it's not the best. Maybe I can still kill a lot more peasants. I already have Zeppelin, which is not really countering. Here we go again. You know that GTA meme?
Here we go again indeed. Oh man. ThundeR invites us all to a barbecue. Quick response by Chaemiko. But That was a TP again, and he's just unloading and fries these workers once more.
Level 5. He gets it.
Okay.
And ThundeR at the same time was sending footies into the expo to kill more peasants. I'm really surprised he's not taking again though. Double Sanctum? What's the plan? He's getting Sorceresses first. Yeah, he just saw that Chaemiko is still stuck on tier 1. So Sorceresses here are gonna be amazing. With slow, there's nothing to really counter that except Stormbolts.
Yeah, the good thing for the double Sanctum, of course, Spellbreakers can't be bolted. Bolt is the strongest weapon that Chaemiko has. And we go again. We just rinse and repeat. But okay, now the MK is in the defense.
He's killed so many peasants already. We talked about it before game 1. You know, it took a while, but finally game 3, he's really showing what he's perfected, this harassment style. That was a Stormbolt dodge there. Wow.
In no time. So sick. And yeah, level 5 Archmage now as well. Even saves the water elemental. It feels like he's saving everything. Blacksmith coming.
You can tell how well practiced he is with the Zeppelin.
Dude, we get Sorcerer's Adept upgrade. Is he in for some Invis shenanigans now?
Yeah, and triple Sanctum. So just no castle tech at all. He's just gonna break up keep eventually and go to 80 supply of breakers, priest, sorceress against an opponent who might not even reach the first breaker himself with the position that he's in.
Yeah, it's brutal. He finally started the attack at the 11-minute mark. And the panda with the first creep spot gets his level 2. Just goes to show how incredible these harasses were. Greater healing, nice against Stormbolt as well. And MK, he has one Stormbolt to work with at the moment. And that's it.
Yeah, I cannot believe how delayed this shop has been. It's one of the very important parts of playing Mountain King first is that you need to go for shop quickly. For clarities, for healing. One Berserker in the middle will get caught. Panda almost level 3 right now. Mountain King on the hunt. Gets the Sorceress out of there.
Yeah, but that's kind of it. He sees the tech, sees the blacksmith, but... And let's conquer this again.
Interesting to go for the tech on the expansion. I guess he wants to be able to call militia there as well. Mountain King retrains for clap level 3 because he sees there is not many breakers yet. So the dream is that he claps in the middle of all the mercenaries and casters and kills everything. But despite the clarity, he doesn't quite have enough mana right now.
The blacksmith gets destroyed. It's also super hard to get into the perfect position when you're slowed all the time. I mean, you can dispel, ideally. It's finally time to get rid of that Zeppelin that caused so much trouble. Drunken Haze. Oh, no mana for the breath, I see. And that clap was a good opening.
Chaemiko not using the clarity here immediately after the invuln. Might have been able to get one clap maybe, even though it's not the long invuln. But yeah, just very few mercenaries. ThundeR, I think he's ready to move on to the decider match here. After a peasant kill heavy game. Peasant farming simulator, that's what they call it.
Yeah, this map for sure. Level 5 and level 3 here. Potion of Mana, okay, it's all on the MK. The big hopes, but there's also so many breakers already. He's burning all that mana. And that is the end for you, my friend. The MK goes down. And this is game. And this is ThundeR at his DreamHack debut, making it into the lower bracket final versus Fly.